So welcome back. We're going to do two more examples with you. See what we can come up with here on these. Again, we want to simplify. Again, your answer should not contain any negative exponents. So again, we have this fractional concept. And remember, with these fractionals, you want to try to simplify the numerator, simplify the denominator, and then kind of work with those together. So what I'm picking up on here is I have a power, and remember, 2 does have an exponent of 1 there. So this kind of models, since you have things inside the parentheses raised to exponents, this outside exponent can come through using multiplication. So that means that I'm going to have 2 to the third, and 3 times 3 is going to be x to the 9th, and z, 3 times 2 will be 6, so it'll be z squared. I'm sorry, z to the 6th on the top. On the bottom, since it's all multiplication, you can just go left to right here and add exponents. X to the third times x to the negative 4, that'd be x to the negative 1, because I can add those together. The y to the 4th stays put. And a z squared and a z to the third would be a z to the 5th, so I can simplify that down to that. What I'm picking up on is really nothing's changing except this x to the negative 1 is going to go to the top there. So I'll go ahead and simplify as I go along here. That 2 to the third is going to be an 8, because remember that's 2 times 2, which is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. So don't make that a 6. That's a common mistake. 2 to the third is actually an 8. That x is going to go up here by the 9, and that's going to be x to the 10th. And you have the y to the 4th is just going to stay put. But notice how you have z's and z's on the bottom. So I can mark out 5 of them, and I'm left with 1 on the top, so I have a z left on top. And that would be my simplified answer to that problem. So notice how, if you get stronger with it, you can start mentally kind of playing with the numbers in your head. Let's look at this next example. It looks pretty darn hard, but further investigation, I'm seeing a 0 exponent up here. And this whole thing is in parentheses, but guess what? Anything in parentheses raised to a 0 power means all of that is going to turn to a 1. So my first move is, this whole top turns into a 1. I really don't see anything I can do on the bottom at this point, so I'm just going to rewrite that. What I'm picking up on the bottom, though, is everything has got negative exponents. So that means that these 3 guys here, this h, this j, and this k, since those 3 things are raised to negative exponents, they're going to become my numerator. So this is going to turn into then h to the third, j to the 4th, k squared, and that 2 is going to stay put because the 2 does not have a negative exponent, so he's just going to stay in the denominator. So these 3 pieces go to the numerator, and the 2 stays in the denominator, and that becomes your answer. That's your simplified answer there. So h cubed times j to the 4th power times k squared divided by 2 is the result. That's simplified. Not as bad as it looked. So I think our next lesson is we're going to get into some scientific notation. So stay tuned for that.